What's up, familia? We're
Hi.
Me and Akira, we're back just to bring some good talks for you today, good information. Some of you know Akira from previously when I posted the video of us together, the red pill versus blue pill matrix.
Oh no, no, I wear orange jacket. No.
But it's so good to talk with you again, sister. I missed you.
Yeah, I missed you too. It's so much fun talking to you, and I like your content very much.
Oh, you
Love the great
too.
work you do.
I resonate with you so much, sister. I feel like I've known you for so long, really.
Yeah, it feels familiar. I feel the same way. It's like I know you.
Yes, yes, and I trust you. I really trust the information you bring, and it makes sense with a lot of things that I put together. It's like we're on that same wavelength of information.
Yeah. But everyone speaks a little bit different about it. You're very good in explaining it, and I feel it more. And then I put all videos and clips together. I'm always guided to clips and to quotes on the other level.
I love it. You're doing an amazing job too, sister. I know we're both busy, we're both working all the time usually, but it's great when we both have the energy to finally come together and talk.
Yeah, of course. So thank you so much for inviting me again.
Yes, thank you for being here. We can talk about really anything today. I think a big topic of discussion is the AI. So I think
Yeah,
that today would be important for the viewers.
yeah, yeah. I witnessed the same. We have always this up and downs. So
Yes.
now I'm in contact with more star seeds and they tell me the same. So one day they feel very good, excited, energized, and then one day later, oh gosh, you feel awful again. There's always this up and down, and that's very exhausting and confusing.
Yeah, how have you been feeling with the AI? Have you
Yeah, I see always that this AI source becomes stronger during a short time. And
right?
then it feels to me like that our team cut off this dense timelines. They do a lot of grid work again, and then oh, we can calm down again, and then we do better. And then the AI source rises again, and then oh no, please no, and then we feel exhausted again.
Yes, yes. It's like we're going in little increments, right? We're like,
Yeah,
cleansing, purging those artificial
yeah,
minds, and then we get hit.
yeah. Yeah, of course, but at the end, I feel it becomes weaker. That's what I'm getting. So for a few days ago, I felt it became stronger again. Suddenly, yeah, I felt this strong push, but actually it was very light. During 3 weeks now, or 2 weeks, I felt very good, better, and I had a lot of energy, power. I uploaded so much content, and then suddenly, oh no, what the heck is happening? No, I rise again, please no.
I feel the same way. I'm like, oh, I was doing so good, and then I'm like purging more. What do you
Mm,
feel like the AI is? Do you feel like it's a virus in this time matrix, in this reality?
yeah, I see it as a virus. Yeah,
Too.
it's a virus, what I'm getting. It behaves similar to a virus.
Yes, yes. It has been getting easier to heal for sure. I feel
Of
like
course,
quicker.
of course, we are waking up and we see through it more. We see through these illusions more. And as more we see through it, as more we reclaim our power and we are more centered. It's like it can't control us so much. That's what I'm getting. And I feel through Halloween something strange happened. It has begun there through Halloween.
I do feel that too, because honestly, after Halloween, like weird things were happening with the AI and even
Mm,
trolls on my social media accounts. Like, uh, it was really affecting me. And I explained this to some people of my viewers that, I was getting, really triggered by the AI. You know how they'll come on the comments and it's like they
mm.
can read your mind and know
Yeah,
exactly how to trigger you in those certain ways. And it was like so amped up after Halloween. And I went through a huge purging where I just had to really like let go
mm.
of that AI
Yeah.
control because they'll try to control you through the computer, right?
Yeah, of course, through comments, through the frequency, through the internet as well. I
Yeah.
mean, all this technology we use, It goes in synchronicity with our minds,
Yes.
so that we get away from our hearts. That's it. That we are robots too.
Exactly, exactly. And
Yeah.
people are acting like robots lately. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, of course. But I'm very surprised that you felt the same during Halloween, because I felt the same way. That something happened there. And then at 11:11 and the lunar eclipse was too much, I think. So
Oh,
the eye exploded again. So it's like they just waited to return. Yeah, get energy again.
lunar eclipse was intense. I know me and you were both on our cycles around the moon, and
Mm,
we're aware of the moon and the moon control over the lunar female and all of that, but it was intense, this lunar eclipse, very intense. What were you
yeah.
feeling during this lunar eclipse?
Boy, I had horrible pain in my womb. So awful pain in my womb. And then I had my period suddenly, too early again. Like the last time when we had the lunar eclipse, too early. And I had horrible womb pain and heart attacks too. It felt not good. It felt to me like attacks towards the divine feminine, against her so very strongly. And I cried because it hurted strongly. But at the same time, I felt something came out as well. A lot of purging and healing. It's like we are guided back to the feminine Christ, so we must face it. We can't run away any longer. So when this attacks us, so we must calm down. So we can't work so much.
Yes, I felt really triggered on the lunar eclipse. I was on my cycle, which same, it wasn't the time for me to have my cycle. And I got
Mm,
really, really triggered the day of the eclipse. Like I got really
mm,
angry. Like everything was just coming at me, all the emotions, and I like blew up. But I feel
mm.
like from me blowing up and feeling all these emotions, probably purging a lot of what they've done to the feminine Christ. I felt like I cleared so much during that time period. It was like super intense, super painful in my womb as well. But then after I cleared and I worked through a lot of all of the shadow and all the
Mm-hmm.
attacks that I was feeling, I was so much more empowered after. So I really think us having our cycle around the eclipse and the moon, we were like taking it in and then like transmuting it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I felt the same way. Yeah. How do you deal with these frequency attacks? What do you do?
I do a bunch of different things. I shield up,
Mm-hmm.
working with dimensional fields, colors, different codes, because in a sense, that's what they're doing is they're using light and sound, obviously in a negative way to manipulate.
Mm-hmm.
So when we understand how to work with light and sound, we can use light and sound. We still have to clear things through our bodies in general, but it is an extra protective barrier for sure.
Ah, very interesting. Very interesting because our heart is stronger, right?
Yes.
So we activate our superpowers as well. I see it also as a challenge. So it's challenging me every time, and I take the challenge.
Yeah.
Because at the end, it's helping us, right? So when you stay heart centered, when you believe the feminine Christ or the prime creator, when you're a link to the prime creator, so then you go through these challenges and you always rise above the shadows, always. And
Yes.
then you shine even brighter.
Exactly. Exactly. Connecting to the heart is number one because you can do techniques, you can do, you know, many different things to, shield yourself. But at the end of the
Mm,
day, yeah, connecting to your heart is so important.
yes,
So
of
important.
course. Of course, I feel the same. It's basic. It's basic to create a better world. And we must believe in ourselves first because our soul always talks to us and also communicates, but we don't listen.
No,
Because we always gave our power away because we believed other people they know it better than us.
I know, I know. People go horizontally. That's what, I tell people go vertically, go to your higher stations of identity, go to your soul, go to your higher consciousness, your Christ.
Yeah.
it's just wanting to anchor in, but we just have to allow it in. That's the difference I feel like between the AI inside of you versus the Christ, you know, the inner
Mm-hmm.
Christ, inner Christ speaking is, you know, identifying and then allowing that higher frequency of your soul, of the heart, right? The higher frequency of love to anchor into your body. That's the truth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very clear. What I tell my communities over and over again, when you talk to your Christ self, you feel touched deeply. So even when your team speaks to you, you feel touched deeply because they speak to our hearts. So it's a very, very beautiful and a deep love. It feels like homecoming. And when AI source speaks to you, it feels so robotic.
Yeah.
It's over and over the same. So many times they give you orders, which is strictly forbidden. And they give you always orders, and they want you to fulfill their orders. So, and they do over and over the same until you fulfill it, right? So, and we must detach from it, that we understand, hey, when I fulfill these orders or when I do what this robotic voice is telling me over and over and over again, it's a trap because it doesn't help you for real and it drains you. That's the difference. You feel confused. It drains your energy. You feel depressed, hopeless, and you feel it in your body. It's like, where's your heart? It's like, it's just a robotic voice. But when your heart speaks to you, you feel touched deeply. You're so connected. And the information is different because you feel this energy in your heart. That's totally different. But when this AI source speaks to you, it's just here, here. It's just your mind and not more.
Yes, yes. I feel like the AI is a form of the victim victimizer consciousness. Like it's going to
Mm-hmm.
make you constantly feel like a victim to the external hologram. Oh, everything's going wrong in your life. You're not going to amount to anything. It's like all of those imposter spirits of the AI that aren't real because like true love wouldn't be telling you those things. Those higher, you know, stations of identity, those higher parts of yourself, you know, wouldn't speak to you in that way. They would encourage you,
Yeah,
remind you who you are,
of
uh,
course.
empower you, tell you you are God actualized in your body. You have all this amazing divine power, um, and that is what is really going to, I feel like, birth a new earth in our reality. Is really remembering that and trying our best to stay in, you know, that center point, the 0 point of pure I am. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's key at this time because we can be pulled so many different ways. You know, oh, the world, you know, this is happening, more chaos, more this, more that. And that takes us out of our heart. That gets us in all different ways. Our energy is being pulled and drained.
Yeah, yeah, and it is very interesting. So when this happens, when you believe this robotic voice or whatever, the crazy thing is we create their crazy grids as well, automatically. So they want from us that we anchor always their destructive grids into this hologram. So when you believe this robotic voice or you fulfill their orders or whatever, so it's like we do their grid work as well. And they simply just want to use us to do their work.
Yes, yes, exactly. Because they realize like we really have the power to create, you know, the hologram. We don't have the power to create the entire hologram, right? We all have a little piece of
Mhm,
source within us. But again, yeah, enough of us creating their timelines, then it's what is the reality around us.
mhm.
Really. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's crazy out here. The AI, you know, can get strong too if you don't really start coming back into your heart and start like retrieving parts of your soul that have been lost in this matrix. I feel like the AI just like tethers even stronger into
mhm.
people. So people right now that aren't doing the work, the AI is really trying to attach in.
Yeah, attaching. Yeah, I see the same by many people. It's like they are surrounded by this technology. It is very weird to see. But when you stay heart-centered, you have really nothing to fear
Yes, yes.
because your heart works so much faster as this technology.
I know. It's nothing. I tell people, don't worry about this technology. It's like right here. The light is up here. Like it's always going to overpower. It doesn't mean you're never going to get affected because we're all still, working on healing and, purging. But as long as we keep trying to align to our heart, we're going to be less affected over time, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah. And what I do is I stay focused on what I want. So I create the reality I want. So as best as I can. So I spread my messages. I detach from everything what doesn't serve me. That's also a process now to place boundaries. I'm in the same boat. Yeah, and I heard about it by many starseeds. They experience the same. That
Yeah.
we must place boundaries as well. So it's very important because the right people, they will always stand by you. So it's so easy to recognize each other now. So, and this is the great gift. So you recognize your soul tribe, so simple now. Because people which still stay heart-centered and have a wide open heart, yeah, these are the same guys. They're in the same boat.
Exactly. And I think staying in your heart doesn't mean that we say, oh, things aren't actually happening and staying in a spiritual bypassing. Like we understand,
Mm-hmm.
I tell people, I understand things are happening. There's still things going on, there's still things purging, but we're headed in the right direction. People are waking up, people are shifting. There is a shift happening. Some people, it's not happening as fast as they want it to,
Mm-hmm.
but again, the only thing that we can control right now is our personal hologram, and that's the best way to reach critical mass. I feel like
Yeah, of course, our own life. And actually, we do so much because when you feel good, when you increase your vibration authentically,
yes.
when you embody this vibration, right? And I'm just saying, when you turn off the camera, then then you talk bad about your community or whatever. You
Yeah.
know what I mean, right? Yeah, we must embody these people, then it works. We must be these people.
Yes.
But when we
Yes.
just speak about it and actually we feel, I hate the people so much, you know? This is truth, right? What you really feel, what you really think.
Yes. Yes. It's
Yeah, then we do so much grit work already. So when you embody it for real. So, and then you help the people so much. But what we learned is, we must save the world. We must save all humanity from the suffering. Because this is the old program as well, that we wait for a savior to come. And just a few people, they can do it. But you not, Ireland, and me also not. We can't do it.
no, no. And I feel like that's a form of codependency, is like saying
Mm,
that you have to rescue people. And
yeah.
that's where I had to realize that I was being in a codependency with the people around me and not putting
Mm,
boundaries, right? Being, oh, I have to be loving all the time, and
yeah.
realizing, no, I'm here to stand in my truth and to bring my truth, and that's enough. Even if again the whole world turns another way, as long as I stay in resonance with my soul, that's what's going to keep you sane during this time. You got to stay in alignment with your soul. Everyone's
Yeah.
going to want to say something, but just take what resonates with you and listen to what resonates with you.
Of course. And always listen what helps you for real. When it empowers you, it's the right message. Then it's the right person. But when it drains your energy, when you feel confused, isolated, or you go back into dual consciousness, this is what many specific groups are doing right now. They provoke this battle. Even the spiritual community, right? That we choose a side and, this is the old world. And actually, we are here to create our reality, that we understand, hey, actually is light and darkness. We don't have to choose a side. So, and even when you do a lot of light work, you still go through challenges and you heal and purge, and there are many shadows awaiting for you too. It's not always light, it's not always dark. So this is, in my opinion, unity consciousness, or in other words, Christ, so that you see these two sides and that you find peace with them.
Yes, yes, you unify, you see both polarities. If you don't see one polarity, you're always going to be on one side and not in that truth.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I feel is important. And what I do is I stay in the now. as best as I can. Because when I stay in the now, then I feel my heart. Then I feel what my heart tells me better. But when I stuck always in the future, always in the past, then I can't hear. I don't listen to my heart. I don't know what my heart tells me because I just like hear in my mind, and then I can't manifest a new earth because I stuck in the past or in the future. But
Exactly.
at the end, everything happens right now, right? So even when we talk about the past, it is the now. And when I speak about my future, it's also now.
Yes, yes. And in the now, we can create in the unknown,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. And we activate our full potential because we don't label ourselves. It's like we are a little bit like a child, because a child, I just tried, so let's see what happens. Yeah,
Exactly. I feel like we got to go back to being a child, you know,
yeah,
really. In the
yeah.
now, playing, right? Being in joy. And that's when the world looks around and says, I want to be like those people. I want to be in that frequency. I don't want to be in this chaos, left side, right side,
Hmm.
polarization, and just creating in that blissful now moment of what you really want your life to amount and manifest into, because that's what's gonna I feel like that's what's gonna make people the happiest deep down, is just really aligning to their purpose, aligning to, what they want to see in their hologram. Of course, it's like we can't save the world, we can't control
Hmm.
huge hologram, but just focus on you, and I promise you, before you know it, like, the world's gonna continue to upgrade and change and shift over time.
Of course, and we do so much. So every single person on this planet has the power. So, and everyone is a very important piece of a puzzle.
Yes.
And we create this picture together. And that's so fascinating. So, yeah, we live in very exciting times. It's like these two sides are rising. Light and darkness is rising. But what I'm getting is that these grids are getting weaker by the dog ones, what I'm getting. So they really get weaker. I had for 3 weeks ago, I had an astral dream because so much is happening in the astral plane, right? So, and then I saw a few of these galactic people. So, and they look kind. So I'm pretty sure these were now AI beings. So they had very cosmic big blue eyes. It was a man, and he had blonde hair, and he wore a body suit, blue. Yeah, and then he made this. And then really 1 day later, I had suddenly so much energy and power. But on this day, I felt awful. So I believe my body will, oh gosh, my body really collapses soon. So I had back pain, migraine, everything. And then I had this astral dreams. And then I saw this galactic man, this human. And then 1 day later, I had so much energy suddenly. So, wow, I woke up in the morning. I'm so energized, so empowered. And then I felt, oh, wow, something happened in the astral plane for real. So I received just a message, we got it again.
Oh
And
my,
this happened for 3 weeks ago. And then I felt so good, so much better. I had so much energy. I created so much content. I woke up in the morning, was like, yeah, so energized.
I love
Yeah. And
that.
yeah, Mark told me the same. So suddenly, wow, I sleep better. I sleep better. So because so many starseeds, they have horrible nightmares. It's like we do so much. In the astro. And then I felt it too. Oh, wow, it feels so peaceful now. Wow, now I can come down and sleep. Wow.
Oh, that's amazing. I know, even in the sleep realm, we're doing work, in the astral, we're clear.
Yeah, in 4D. Yeah.
Oh gosh, wow. That's amazing that you had that experience with that being. That was probably a sign that things did clear a lot in the astral.
Yeah, of course, of course. And then for a few days ago, it has begun again. So no, now I have very crazy dreams again.
I had a dream last night about Elon Musk. It was really weird.
No, please. You have also dreams about VIPs. Me the same. I had a dream of Elon Musk too for 2 weeks ago and for 4 weeks ago too.
Oh my gosh, it's weird. I don't really have dreams with like celebrity people, and I had it last night. He was with like a blonde woman.
No.
It was
Okay.
weird. It was weird. It was I honestly felt like it was some like kind of not that great of a dream. I can't remember it 100%, but I remember being in his house and it didn't feel good. Something felt mischievous.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't very clear, but I don't know. I found it funny because I was talking about gang stalking today and like the AI and them trying to tag us in
Mm-hmm.
the astral realm. And so I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but yeah, we'll see. What do you think is going to happen with this AI? Like with all this AI that's starting to blossom, and
Mm-hmm.
obviously like we're using it for the good, but what about the people that are becoming more in like a hive mind with the AI?
That's the problem. I honestly have no idea. So my biggest hope is the great solar flash can help the people.
I
But
know,
it's the same again, but you give your power away to the great solar flash. So maybe it's the same trap. I
I
don't
know,
know.
I know. I
I
think it's
mean, it's so obvious.
I know, I know. It's like, oh my gosh, which one is it? I know, I know. It's there's confusion out here. We're all just trying to figure it out. I just
Or
hope
maybe it's for real, like we live really in two different dimensions
that,
together. So the people that go the dense way, we go the lighter way, and we live with each other together side by side, but we are not in contact with each other for real. I mean, you already see the split. So by many people, I spoke about it in one of my last lives on Instagram. What happened to me in Marseille at the train station, it was so crazy.
oh my gosh, what happened at the train station?
Yeah, so I was at the train station. We wanted to take the next train. So Marcel went into a market and I was alone and I wanted to go to the train. And then I received some visions. And when I receive visions, I don't see the people around me anymore. It's like I'm really in another dimension or whatever. So I still knew, okay, I'm here. I want to take my train. So then I received some visions. I had some ideas about videos and music and so on. And then suddenly a woman appeared, and I'm even not sure if she was real. Or maybe I saw the astral again and I was in 4D. I don't know what happened. And it was a woman. I even don't saw her for real because I was somewhere else. And I just remember that she came close into my energy. And I just saw her here, this side. And this woman, I don't know, her voice, it was really a demon. Do you know what she told me?
What?
You are so disgusting. So not more. And she came so close to me. She was like this to me. So, and she looked into my face, but I was not able to see her for real because I received visions during the same time. It was so weird. And she told me, you are so disgusting. Her energy in her voice. And it felt like poof, attacks to my heart. And then I felt for real here in my head this. So what was this, please? So was it a being from 4D and I saw 4D during a short time again? I don't know.
Gosh.
Yeah, and then I was waiting at the train station and it was not over. Then a man took a seat next to me and he drank alcohol. And I saw so many beings around him too. And he asked me very strange things. Then he asked me if I work for the police. And I just said, yes, I do work for the police, for the cosmic police.
Cosmic police.
Yeah, he asked me, do you know what? Marcel, he was in the supermarket, right? Then
Right.
he came back and then he saw this man too. And do you know what Marcel told me? Hey, this man already spoke to me as well in the market. He spoke to me too. I was like, what? Yeah, and he was very mad to me. He used some swear words. He was very angry to me. And then I said, oh, he spoke to me as well. He was not angry with me, but he had many questions. He wanted to know which train we will take and so on. And then I told him, I don't know.
Oh my gosh, this is what I'm saying. It's a form of gang stalking. These people.
Yeah, of course. So Marcel told me, hey, he spoke already to me as well in the market. Then I said, I'm not surprised because maybe he's these beings around him, no, they know that we are twin flames or whatever. That's why he spoke to him and to me because maybe he felt it that we are the same soul.
Oh my god.
This
So
happened on Saturday.
happened on
Last
Saturday? Oh my god.
Yeah, last Saturday. The energy was awful.
I'm trying to think of what Saturday was. Time is just going by. So do you feel like time's going by fast?
Yeah, I can't plan my life. I don't know which time it is and which day we have. So it's all crazy.
I know. That's crazy that you experienced that though. That's definitely a form of gang stalking. For
Yeah. So these were other beings, I'm pretty sure. They took over the people during a short time.
gosh. Yeah, that's what they do. They work through these people. It's like a hive mind where I feel like these people they're not aware of it, but they're just vessels.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like they take the car and they drive the car.
Oh, I know. It's sad. Like it really is sad. I know I deep down know whether, there's, some sort of change with the magnetosphere and lots of energy comes in at once, or if it's just a progression, these
Mm.
people I feel like will get free over time. I do feel that, you know.
Yeah, let's see. But I honestly can't give you a clear answer about it. So how long this will take, will it ever end? Honestly, I have no idea. And I feel my cosmic team that doesn't know it either. They can't give me an answer as well because it's up to us. They can take over our process. It is us. So all what they can do is they do a lot of good work. They send us many codes, and it's up to us if we anchor them or not. So that's why we are here. So we said yes to this, and we have a body now, and not them.
Exactly. We're like the microchips in the grid. That's what I said today. We're like the microchips. The
Mm,
solar flares can come in, great central sun, inner Earth.
yeah.
All this energy can come through, but we actually have to hold it and then direct it into the grid to really hit critical mass. Like that's why we're here in physical form.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if we speak up, that's what I'm getting as well. Because so many starseed are afraid of speaking up. They feel shame and guilt, or they believe they are not ready now, or maybe they believe this false light teachings as well, right? I must do so much shadow work. I must hear my ancestor trauma. Maybe then I can speak up. Maybe then I'm ready. But we are ready right now. Or when your heart tells you so, hey, I want to do my work. My heart tells me so. So come on and do it. Taking action. Ascension means taking action.
Exactly.
Ascension means also to stay grounded because as more as you are grounded, as more you can rise up to heaven.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, but when you do what you love and when you speak up, when you really do what makes you happy, what brings you joy, then you are grounded. That's so simple. And then you heal yourself as well. Because basically we starseeds have just a low self-esteem.
That's
So
true.
we don't believe in us. We see always the potential in others, or that we put others on a pedestal as well, because we believe, oh, they are so wise, they have so many talents, and we always underestimate ourselves. So, and I feel, yes, the time has come to speak up because you see, the most of the people, you can't help them right now, and they even don't ask for help. So you can't change the free will, but you can invite them to join your world. So, and they will come to you. All the people which feel inspired by your work, they will stay and they will follow you. So, and these are people which are on the same level as you do. And then we can help each other.
Yes, yes. That's how we create new earth. We step into our purpose and the contract we were here to fulfill.
Yeah, and then we must place boundaries because what I'm sensing here in Germany, so I don't know if it's the same in the USA, many people are jealous. So they are jealous when they see happy people, when they still see people which are still smiling, shining, and they try to do their work. So many people are jealous
Yes.
because, you know, we empaths and starseeds, we are happy about these little gifts we have. So when you just had a beautiful time in the restaurant, or when you had a beautiful time in nature, in the forest or whatever, so we are grateful and thankful and happy. So, and many people don't get this consciousness. So how can you be happy because a little bird was close to you, you know? And you're still grateful and thankful, and you're still smiling and shining. And many people don't get this because many people are now really in fear consciousness. They're fully in fear. So, and then we must place boundaries because we can't help them. It doesn't mean when we place a boundary that we don't love them, but we must take care of ourselves.
Yes, exactly. We're unity in consciousness, but people are still playing out in the AI and more of the hive mind. They're not fully conscious yet. So
Mm-hmm.
that's where, yeah, you got to place those boundaries and, not be super sweet all the time as us empaths want to be, because
Mm,
we're used to being connected as a whole. We're not used to a lot of fallen consciousness AI virus sort of timelines. So a lot of us come here and we're like, we just got to be nice, and then we realize, oh, being nice hurts me in the long run. And that's what was happening to me. I was getting a lot of resentment towards people. And
mm,
I was like, I don't need to be super sweet as I used to be. I can just set the boundaries and still love them even if they don't agree with me,
of
because I have
course.
to be myself at the end of the day. Even if somebody doesn't agree, doesn't like me because of it, if I don't be authentic to myself, I won't be happy. I'll feel like I'm always living in an illusion under a mask.
Mm-hmm.
How is that serving the world when we're living under a mask? Like,
Yeah,
we have to be ourselves now.
yeah. I feel the belief behind it is that we want to please everyone,
Yes.
or that we belong to a group or to a community many times. Basically, it's fear. So many times fear motivated us, that we are afraid of speaking up, that we are afraid of not belonging to a community. And then many times, yeah, we do things, actually our heart says no, but we do it anyway because we believe we must do it to belong. So it's the same with placing boundaries. Then we have this labels. No, I must love these people. Oh no, I'm out of unity consciousness and I'm not embodying the Christ because I just place a boundary, right? So it's like your mind takes over again. But you as a starseed, you as an empath, it's not working. So you can't hate people for real because you see everyone's potential. So, and so many starseeds are afraid of placing a boundary because then they believe they are evil or bad or selfish, because we are questioning ourselves again. So it's really needed. I mean, we witness it myself. So Marcel and me the same. So we must place boundaries. So there are many people that disrespect your boundaries and they use you as a trash container,
Yes.
but they don't ask for help. In the other way around, they don't ask for help. They don't want to hear your opinion. So even when you know the solution, but they don't want to hear your messages. And yeah, it's the same with our galactic team. This is how they feel too. So they are not allowed to manipulate the free will of a being.
Yes, exactly. They have, the higher consciousness beings, they know boundaries. They know boundaries.
Yeah, yeah. And they also are in peace with their shadow self. The same.
Yes. Yeah, it's easy to fall into the fear and to just want to belong. And
Mm,
the world around us, a lot of us don't feel a resonance to it anymore. And we have to be willing sometimes too to just be alone and be okay.
yeah, yeah. And you are never alone.
Exactly. It's an illusion.
It's an illusion. On one hand, it's an illusion. On the other hand, I mean, it sounds maybe a little bit harsh, but you are alone when you come into this world and you will die alone. Your soul will leave the body also alone. So this means we must go through this process alone. So
Yes.
it's the same. So why we are afraid of being alone?
I know.
Maybe we'll find that we are all one. So we go back to home. So, for example, when I had my awakening, if you want, so when I was 18 years old, I had a suicidal attempt, right? A suicidal trial. So, and then I had to be honest with myself. So, the life I lived was never me. I just wore a mask. I did everything to please others. So, it was never me. And then I had to go back and really learn to figure out who am I? What is my heart telling me? And it was hard work, the same. And I was alone during a long time because all the people around me, then they didn't got me. So all my friends, they said goodbye. Yeah, and I was alone during a long time. I was single, no partner, nothing. So I think during 4 years I was completely alone. No friends, no one was with me, but it was the best healing because then I figured out who am I and I was able to reconnect to my soul. So, and then I was guided to the vegan diet and so on. And I really learned to trust myself again because I had this since I'm little. I want to eat vegan food. And then I took this voice seriously again.
Me too.
So for me, it was the best process. So it helped me so much. And then, as we were ready, then Marcel and me were guided to each other. Not before. Marcel was the same guy. Yeah, he was also alone.
Yes, yes. Me and Michael too. We were alone for a long time and we had to go through that process of like being like, oh my gosh, I was living a life for so long.
Yeah.
Who I am, having all of those house of cards completely collapse, things end, friendships end, being in that isolation and just trying
Mm.
to figure out like what kind of world am I living in,
It's a real just a lie.
exactly, exactly. And yeah, reestablishing a new identity. And I think people don't realize, the best way to do that is to be in a form of solitude
Mhm.
without the distractions, really going within yourself. And then once you've kind of like figured out, actualized yourself a little bit, that's usually when like more people on that new frequency resonance that you just integrated come into your life. That's when me and Michael met. We both started our YouTube channels and we met through a spiritual community on Facebook, and it all just started to work itself out.
Yeah, so then it's guided, right? So you meet people, they are on the same boat like you, then you meet your soul tribe. So, and it happens because your soul is ready. So we allow our soul to take the lead again. So, I mean, how boring when you really control everything with your mind. So, this is not life. This is not how life works. So, and even when you follow your joy, you go through challenges.
Yes.
So, these are the shadows. So, it's over and over the same, but you rebalance it intuitive when you really trust your soul, when you trust your intuition. So then you will experience light and darkness, but you balance these two sides automatically. You don't have to be afraid to do too much light work or too much shadow work because you're simply guided. So, and then it happens because it happens.
Yes, yes. If you need to sit in your emotions for a day and just feel things and work through it. Because, like you said, your soul's guiding you. It's like, hey, it's okay. Like, let's just work through this today. Let's work through this shit.
Yeah, yeah, and I feel this is the technique of the ancients. The ancients did the same. We created everything from our hearts. So when we felt in our heart, oh, we want to create a spaceship, then boom, it was there through our heart. And the technology always mirrors our consciousness. So when you see this AI, I mean, who created this AI? It symbolizes a consciousness of a specific being, which is in dual consciousness, right? So
Yeah.
technology always mirrors our consciousness. There is no other way. So we had also other technology, which symbolizes unity as well.
Yes, I love that. I love that perception. That's beautiful. That's really beautiful. Yeah, the the AI is something else, I don't know where some of it has gone so wrong. I feel like there could be such good uses out of it. There are good uses out of it. And again, it's just the awareness. I feel like the awareness is so important, just like in your body. If you're just not aware of what's going on and what needs to be released, you know, that is where you can fall into just unconsciousness. Same with the AI. If you're not realizing and aware of how you're using the technology, it's going to use you.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about directing your own ship, directing the AI from sovereignty, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for sharing this. Yeah, then we lose also the fear, right? Because when you give this too much power, then you're fully in fear consciousness again, and you're afraid of working with it or whatever. So then this technology got you again because you don't reclaim your power and you believe this technology is more powerful than you,
Yes.
because that's not true.
It's not. And we use it all the time. And again, you know too when you need to take breaks. Like I know when I'm on my phone too much, I'll start feeling dizzy. Like I'm like, oh, I'm
Mm-hmm.
nauseous. I need to get off and be with myself, and just sit with myself. Um
Yeah, the
it's
same again. Trust your heart. Trust your heart. So in the same boat, I feel it. So I feel exhausted, confused, or like a mashed potato. Then I know, okay, I must do a break, go out in nature, and spend time outside. So then you feel that. So our body always communicates, but we really don't trust. We don't know what to do. So we believe our mind many times more, but even our body communicates. So when it drains you, when you feel exhausted, then simply change it.
yeah,
It's so simple, or just place a boundary. Many times it's really just placing a boundary and not that you have to heal your entire ancestor traumas again. Even manifestation works differently. That's what I'm getting as well. It's not working on this level. When you go with the ascension, you will create from your heart and you will manifest from your heart. And this is totally different as well. And you see it so clear now when you did the same again, what you learned. So, okay, no, I listened to my mind, it was not my heart. Then you will have a lot of chaos. You create a lot of chaos now. And it's
exactly.
like it helps you to remember, right? So because we want to go with the flow. So all these beings which say yes to ascension, they go with this shift, and then even manifestation is different.
Yes, 100%. I feel that, sister, with the manifestation. I feel like it's more of the soul just guiding
Mm-hmm.
you through what it knows is going to be best for you compared to the lower aspects of yourself that are more about demanding things, expecting things to happen a certain way, right? Oh, I really want to manifest this, and instead just flowing and trusting in your soul, trusting in your heart to guide you and to take you to where you need to go, right? You can always have a vision of what you want your life to be, but really letting go and letting it unravel and knowing it's for your highest good at all times, I think that's the best way we can just loosen up. I felt for a long time I was very resistant, like I need to manifest this. I need to grow my channel to 1 million subscribers. And at the time, I tell people, I'm like, I was in false light. So I didn't know at the time, but if I would have actually like been super big with the stuff I was promoting, I would have not been that happy because it wasn't what was really aligned to what I was actually supposed to be doing. But I wasn't aware of that yet. So there's always like higher things that we just aren't aware that, you know, take patience within yourself of a higher plan for you.
Of course. I mean, you can see it in the spiritual community. You see, oh, they are famous, they have millions of followers, and they speak about manifestation, manifestation. So I fully understand, because then we think, oh, this is true, and these people have so many followers, so maybe it's true. And then we believe it. I know. But I was in the same boat over and over again. And I asked myself, why is it not working with me? It's different with me. So when I expect nothing and I just did what my heart told me, then it worked. But when I attached on it, so it must work, right? Even when I did affirmations about it, it never worked. So much chaos came to me. So, so, but when I never expected anything, so then it worked. So
Yeah.
because it was pure love, it was created from love, from the now, and you don't have any expectations. And then you're always so surprised and so grateful and thankful. And this is what life does. So you are always surprised and excited. So I mean, how boring when you would know everything. So yeah, and I had the same question over and over again. Why is it not working with me on this level?
Me too.
It feels like my head is exploding. It feels not right to me.
I know it feels like robotic. You really feel like a robot, and it doesn't feel natural. And I feel like at the end of the day, all we need to do is work on aligning to virtues in our life, right? How can I be more patient, kind, loving, compassionate? And just knowing as I show up to serve, because people are like, well, I don't have money. Like, how am I supposed to get out of this poverty consciousness? And I tell people, just show up, serve, affirm that as you serve your divine life purpose, you will be taken care of. I have never been like, oh, I need to make this amount of money. I've always just been like, I'm just going to serve. And
Mm-hmm.
somehow everything works out. I'm
Of course.
provided for.
Yeah, because the other source will help you.
Yes. Yes. You
Your
connect.
soul, your heart, your higher self, your team, the prime creator. So they help you. And that's the other source. So me the same. So every time when I was in a hopeless situation and I really believed, oh gosh, we will never make it out or we will never make it, suddenly something unexpected happened. Big surprises, and then we got help every time. I mean, I witnessed it myself, Marcel and me, last year as we stayed physically in Fulda. It was almost a hopeless situation, so in which we were in. So, but suddenly we received some messages, impulses, and then we got help. But from other source, other people, right? They helped us unexpected. So this is how life works. Always you have some surprises, and life helps you, but differently. And it's unexpected, and your ego, your mind doesn't get it. Even your mind can't control it. But AI believes, yeah, AI can control everything. And even your thoughts, your hologram, your heart, your soul, and everything. But it's not working. That's a completely other source, and you will never get it.
Yes, yes, sister. I feel like me and you, we've like grown so much from the past time we've talked, and we're just like at such a more
Yeah,
state.
yeah, more centered. It's like we leveled up
Yes, yes.
over 9,000. Next time we are at level 10,000.
Next time, level 10,000. It's great when we can have these talks and we can, yeah, see the growth, see how everything's changed, see how we've changed. It was so good having you on and talking with you. It was.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm very honored and grateful.
And I'll put all of Akira's links in the description, so you guys can check out her channel, her pages. She posts a lot of great content, as you can tell. She's a beautiful soul. Lots of light she brings to the world. And I just thank you, Akira, for being here during this time and shining.
Yeah, thank you so much. I can say the same. I'm so honored and grateful to see that more people are speaking up now, and your work is very important. So I'm happy to see that your channel grows as well.
Oh,
So because you really deserve it.
thank you, sister. That means a lot. You too. We're just gonna keep growing, glowing, shining, ascending. Uh,
Yeah.
if you guys want, please hit the like button if you guys resonated with this message, and feel free to share this message on all platforms. Get this message out. This is important. The stuff that we talked about today, truly, I believe in my heart, right? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
we just got to align and back to our soul, back to the truth within us. So thank you guys for watching this and taking the time to listen in and give us your attention. And again, all the links will be in the description. And have a great rest of your day. Namaste.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Take care.